What is good, YouTube? We're back with episode 2 of Empress by Mark Miller. So, if you're not following us, the Empress is basically the wife of the Emperor of the whole galaxy, and she was tired of him being an asshole, so she decided to leave, taking her kids and her personal bodyguard. That's where we're picking up this story. We continue our space adventure with our heroes stopping at a spaceport. It wasn't really a spaceport, but it was a planet where everyone used to come, chill before they leave and travel to another. Basically a speakeasy. And we see a crime boss who in this world is the boss of this planet. You understand what I'm saying? Basically, he was showing off his new toy. A robot who apparently had the ability to teleport anyone and anything to any planet in the known galaxy. All the robot needs to do is set its sights on that planet and it will take you there in an instant. He was proud of this robot, but you could see that the robot wasn't happy to be there. Regardless though, this is where our story begins. We see the Empress and her family crossing through the market in the middle of a crowd, trying to go unnoticed, when suddenly a big glowing signboard calls out to the Empress and tells her that she wants a vacation. Apparently on this planet, the business that is reigning, their job is simple. You go on vacation and they enter your body and work out for you. Can you imagine if that existed in real life? Freaking fantastic. But this was grabbing too much attention, so her personal bodyguard had to call out to her, "My Empress, we have to go. Please keep your head down." She must have forgotten she was literally the most wanted person in the whole galaxy. She was literally the runaway Empress. Regardless though, the plan was simple. The personal bodyguard had a connect who had a robot that could literally teleport them anywhere across the known universe. And yes, the exact robot who was collected by the gangster. Walking into the bar, he saw his friend sitting alone in the corner and he asked him, "Yo, what's wrong? Why the long face?" Which is a funny line because his friend is a literal dwarf. But yeah, he asked him. And his friend told him, "Please, promise not to get mad." But I lost my bot to a gangster in a poker match. I never understood that concept. Betting your precious property in a poker match. The personal bodyguard went ecstatic. He was pissed off. But his friend looked at him and said, "Shh, don't talk too loud." Apparently, in this planet, they have machines that are able to track voices. Literally hovering in the sky. When he found this out, there was no time to get angry, no time to get pissed. The main goal right now was to find a way to get off-world, and the princess wasn't making things easy. She wanted to go back to her dad, not knowing her dad is a literal tyrant. Her dad, as soon as he found them, would have killed her mom and them on the spot, but she wasn't trying to listen. She thought her mom ran away because of the personal bodyguard. She thought they were lovers. So they started formulating a plan to get off-world. This plan involved them breaking into 2 teams, and it needed a very, very fast car, which they had, thankfully. So they sprung into action. The mom went with the little princess who was causing trouble, and the bodyguard took the car, while the dwarf and the little prince went on to cause a big distraction. The mom and the princess went into the citadel. The dwarf and the little prince went to the observatory just to cause a little distraction to thin the enemy's armies. They took their time though, because it wasn't according to plan. And the princess and the queen went to the mob boss's hideout, knowing full well they were the only 2 people that could come in here and not get shot on sight. Pulling up there, they were respectful of the Empress because at the end of the day, regardless if she's a runaway, she's still their Empress. So he was trying to be respectful. And I must say, the little princess can put on an act. She was being all nice and stuff. And this was the same girl that was causing trouble about an hour ago. Walking up and admiring the little robots that could take you anywhere in the known universe. Using the opportunity, the little princess got close enough to grab the robot and slam his skull straight in, knocking him out for a few seconds. But at that moment, his personal guards pulled up, trying to apprehend the Empress and the princess. But according to the plan, that was not going to happen. My guy came straight through the freaking wall, pulling up right beside the Empress and the princess, allowing them to slide in easily into the car. He's a savage. Pulling out his blaster, he tore a hole straight through the wall with some mini shots. Blam, blam, blam. Taking the car out and taking the princess and the Empress to safety, according to the plan. But at that moment, the gangster woke back up and decided he was going to catch the Empress so he could present her to the Emperor and get a reward. Wrong choice. We then see the dwarf and the little prince causing their own chaos. Blasting the air and saying, "Don't make me go crazy in here." Guy's too funny. Anyways, during the chase, the Empress and the bodyguard and the princess were getting shot at by some drones. And the bodyguards was like, "Wait, do you guys know who you're messing with?" Looking to the queen, he said, "My lady, would you take the steering for a minute?" Jumping out and unleashing hell on every single one of them boys. Kicks, pistol shots to the brain, punches. He was taking all of them out. And when he was done, he jumped straight into his ship and said, "Thank you for driving my queen." Oh my god, this comic is just too freaking funny. Anyways, Little Man and the Little Prince were about to get busted. But sadly, the cops were in the way, so they got wrecked. This is when we discovered that the Little Prince was low-key a genius, taking 2 seconds to dismantle the lock on the drone. The drone was active. Now it was time to leave. Sadly, the drone teleported everyone on a mountaintop, causing them to fall and drop the Little Prince. His sister tried to catch him, but she couldn't reach him on time, and he fell straight into a monster's mouth. That's the end of this episode, guys. Like and subscribe for more.